I'm Burdell Jackson.
I'm Edith.
And I'm Yvonne.
And we're B&E Jackson and Associates. B&E Jackson is a civil engineering firm who has provided extra mile services for the last 20 years. You can contact us by looking at our website at www.bejackson.com. We hope you enjoy this video. Thank you. The Jacksons, as far as I can go back, back into the 1876 time frame, Jacksons were landowners in Arkansas. As farmers, one has to be an entrepreneur because you have to plant the crop, you have to take a risk to plant the crop, you have to take a risk on the weather that you have no control over. So not only did we have a farming entrepreneurship background, but also we had a store, a company store on the farm. So this was an environment that I was born into. So I watched my grandfather and my great-grandfather run the store. My grandfather ran the farm for my great-grandfather, and my father was participating in the farm too. Dad went and studied agriculture. So when I got ready to start this endeavor, I had saved up some money. And I spoke to my grandfather. I said, "Pop, I got this, I want to do this." And I was explaining to him my business plan. And about halfway through it, my grandmother cut me off and said, "Burdell, go back there and get that checkbook for that boy." And he wrote me a check. And I said, "I'll pay you back in a year." He said, "You don't have to pay it back." So we got started. And that was 20 years ago. From a historical standpoint, you got to know where you come from so you know where you're going.
B&E Jackson started a foundation about 8 years ago named after Mr. Jackson's grandparents. It's called the Jackson Davis Foundation, and we give scholarships to third and fourth year civil engineering students that are in the dual degree program between the AU Center and Georgia Tech. And we funded by giving a golf tournament, and we have given approximately 20 scholarships over the 8 years, and we are very much dedicated to encouraging young people to pursue engineering as a career. My background is in education, so I like to touch the future. So I feel that it's important to encourage young people because that is who's going to be our leaders in the future. And if they can take some lessons from the past and the present, then those will be our leaders tomorrow.
I think that 20 years from now, we will probably be celebrating 40 years in business. There'll be some new faces. I know one face that will still be around will be my dad, because this is his passion, this is his life. He's committed to developing engineers, growing engineers. He loves reaching out to future generations of engineers that haven't even reached college yet. So I think in 40 years, you'll be seeing him with a little more gray in his hair, but he will be encouraging engineers to go that extra mile.
We really try to touch the future, and we very much encourage our employees to pursue their professional credentials, and many of them have gone on to take on leadership roles. Many of them have attained their PE, so we're very pleased and proud of that legacy.
Well, the future would look like a global workforce that would expand on what we have right now. But no one sees the face of what you drive across. It's just how long it lasts, how well it serves the public who's consuming our product. And I try to, as a historian, I try to let our employees know that what they do, they can tell their children they did this, so that it means something to their children that when their father, gets old and they say, "Well, what did your dad do?" "Well, my dad did this, my dad did that." And I do work so that I take responsibility for what I do before I put my name on it, especially since the last name is Jackson. I got too much of a legacy to mess up. So that's why you go that extra mile to make sure that I don't trash what those who came before me did.